Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if this is your first time here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. Today we are doing a video that I have always wanted to do, but just never really figured out how I wanted to do it. But that has changed today. First, can we have a moment for the shirt? It says "Do It for the Plot," and I think it is absolutely adorable. I got it from Five Below, and best $5 I've spent in a while. Back to the video. I will be reading 1-star reviews of some of my favorite books. Initially, I was going into this thinking, okay, I will read 1-star reviews of like my 5-star reads, but I'm just gonna choose books that I enjoyed and it gave me like an emotional feeling or what have you. And then I'm going to promptly wreck those feelings. So let's waste no further time on this introduction and just hop right into the massacre of my emotions. Okay, so I have my iPad and I have Goodreads pulled up, and I'm just gonna, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just gonna scroll, and when I find a book that I enjoyed, we'll go into it and I will look at 1-star reviews and try not to cry. The first book that I see is going to be Empire Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is part of the Throne of Glass series, and I will make sure not to pick any reviews that have spoilers in it, but in my humble opinion, this is the best book in the entire Throne of Glass series, and how could anyone not like it? The first one, The True White Heterosexual Agenda. Someone also commented, "Save the Trees." I mean, to be fair, those books are long. I wish I could go back in time and stop myself from reading this series. Cannot relate. I expected nothing and was still let down. Ah, yikes. What? Okay, I have to get out of Empire Storms because it was just giving way too much away of like what was going on. Oh gosh, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. I have met enough people in the wild who did not like this book to make me nervous. Let's see. Oh no. If you like this book, good for you, but F me, it was boring, overhyped, and underwhelming. This book can sit on my middle finger and rotate. Tell me how you really feel, sir, ma'am. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the most boring book I've ever read. This book was not boring. It had plenty of story to tell. You just had to be there for it. I mean, it wasn't like extremely fast paced, but you know, it was there. I didn't necessarily hate this. There's just nothing to like. Lovely premise, but the story itself was bland and shallow. Addie was so unremarkable. I doubt the people she met even wanted to remember her in the first place. Sheesh. I mean, Addie made some questionable decisions, but I did not think she was unremarkable. The girl just wanted more out of life. Addie LaRue, the idiot. Yes, you heard me right. Addie is so stupid. This book has so many plot holes and really just doesn't make sense. It seemed like a half-baked idea. I'd probably have a longer review, but I didn't even finish the book, so I don't feel qualified. How can you give a review of a book that you did not even finish? And to say it's half-baked is a bit much, considering that V.E. Schwab spent 10 years working on this book. How dare they? Okay, we're gonna get off my girl Addie LaRue because I loved her. Now, I know I'm opening myself up for complete heart surgery here, but I'm gonna look at Crescent City, book 1. Because that is my favorite Sarah J. Maas book, and you know, why not cause myself a little more heartache? Right off the bat, no. Fair. That's how you feel. No. Cool. God blessed me with eyes and I abused them. That is so Rude. I managed to read one page. One page. It was all exposition. No thanks. Okay, girl, well. What more do you expect from a book? Even if my tired brain did enjoy this like one would enjoy a season of Real Housewives, I have too much self-respect to give it a higher rating. What the hell? This was a good book. Crescent City House of Earth and Blood is top tier Sarah J. Maas writing, okay? Top tier. Fight me. Okay, that's enough on my sweet baby Crescent City. Let's just keep it moving. A recent favorite. Let's see what the internet has to say about Magnolia Parks. I'm scared. I'm truly terrified. Jesus H. This has got to be the worst book I've ever read. I can't even tell you the plot because I genuinely don't know what I just read. It's just two adult children effing other people and whining about how they love the other person so much. If I had to read one more head-to-toe description of an outfit, including the designer, pattern, and season, I was going to scream. This is two people that never grew up after high school and need to either go to therapy or leave each other the hell alone. They're not wrong there. It's not romantic, it's annoying and toxic. Good God. Still, points were made there. If you like to read about 25-year-olds that sleep with everybody but each other, an MMC that cheats because he feels like it, painfully detailed description of outfits that only the Kardashians could afford, an FMC that has 3 guys dangling in love with her because she's quirky and mysterious, and a group of fans that have 0 personality, this is for you. Also, why is this 500 pages long? There is no reason on earth that this book should be so damn long. They don't do anything. They just party and brunch and emote all over the place for 500 pages. The ending didn't make me cry, and I'm a big baby. I was relieved that it was over because this was a mess from top to bottom. Blair and Chuck from Gossip Girl were less toxic, and that's saying a whole lot here. I'm through taking book talk recs for a long time because this was terrible. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, and there were some things that you ate on, but a majority of it you didn't. This was still a fun, good time. To me, anyway. I can enjoy toxic romance, but this was badly written, boring, repetitive, and ship with no chemistry. Yeah, waste of time. BJ has to be one of the most annoying characters I have ever read about. I won't continue reading this. You're wrong there. Miss Hastings was in her bag writing this book because I felt like she was talking to me directly. She had these characters talking to Ashley. The writing was not bad. The writing was delicious, okay? I have a lot of regrets. Jail to the person who recommended this book. You will answer for your crimes. Finish this in a day, and at what cost? I don't understand the hype surrounding this blowjob dude. Girlie should do better. I mean, not wrong. BJ is abysmal, but the amount of people who write reviews when they have DNF'd, I don't care if you're at 50 or 60, like, you didn't finish the book. You should not have anything to say. Alexa, play Toxic by Britney Spears. I mean, you're not wrong, but is that a 1-star or a 5-star because Britney Spears? This book reminded me why I hate men so much. That's fair. Let's see. We're going to go to Pucking Around. My favorite hockey romance ever to be written. Favorite hockey romance series ever to be written. I aspire never to think about this book ever again. That's funny because I think about this book all the time and I love it. Can't wait to reread it. Bitch, I need an exorcism after that. I can't even finish this, and I'm at 93%. This book sucks. Rachel sucks. It's filthy in the grossest way. I would give it 0 stars if I could. First of all, you could not figure out before 93% that you did not want to continue the book. You had 7% more left. You might as well just ride it on out to the end. Rachel did not suck. She had her own set of issues. And yes, I'm defending fictional characters. Sue me. Calling this book filthy. I'm sorry that you don't understand other people's way of life and what they choose to do in their bedroom, which is their own business. You knew it reading the back of this book. If you read the synopsis, you knew what you were getting into. I just wanted it to end, honestly. You could have stopped reading at any point, sweetie. Okay, I'm going to finish this out by reading the 1-star reviews of one of my all-time favorite series, the first book in that series, which is Bare to You by Sylvia Day. Why I'm doing this to myself, I don't know. I'm literally like fuming, but this was fun. No. Disclaimer, I read this a year ago and I have no desire to read this again. I just saw some Christian Grey slander and decided to slander Gideon Gross. I know, his name is Cross. Ew. To the people who like this better than 50 Shades of Grey, I'm judging you. Not really, because each to their own, but I just don't see what y'all are on about with this one. Kindly refer to somebody else's review. She spoke my mind. This was utter trash. You're wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. My sister dared me. That's my reason. I'm convinced she hates me. Yeah. I'm convinced she loves you. Because honestly, she set you up for a win. I have so much anger. How can someone write a story about the most unhealthy, disgusting, physical, and mentally abusive relationship and call it romance? What book did you read? There was no physical or mental abuse. For God's sakes, they go to couples therapy after dating for 3 days. How is this a bestseller? How? This is a pile of garbage. Number one, at least they went to therapy. It was not after 3 days, but at least they went to therapy. By the last 100 pages, I was over this book. Ridiculously dysfunctional relationship, repetitive scenes, argue, cry, run, crazy sex, argue, cry, run, etc. It started with a lot more promise, and I now seriously am not a convert to the modern erotica romance. How many dysfunctional, hurt, damaged male characters does one need? Can I have these hours of my life back, please? Seriously, unless you love the sexy parts, don't waste your time. I mean, I just don't agree. Also, billionaire romance. Like, I understand some things should not be like touched on in fiction. Some things should be left alone. But like the things that people complain about is like, when I found this book, I was told that it was compared to 50 Shades of Grey. So I knew what I was getting into. If I did not like 50 Shades of Grey, I would not have picked this book up. I'm convinced that some people just like to hate what they read and judge others for it, which is fine. To each their own. I cannot believe they even allowed this book to be published. This author basically took 50 Shades of Grey and changed very little about the book and called it her own. Anyone could do this and call themselves an author. Nothing, and I do mean nothing about this book had anything to do with 50 Shades of Grey, other than a billionaire CEO with past trauma. Trauma that was different from Christian Grey's. Might I also say that Eva, our female main character in this series, is nothing like Anastasia Steele. She actually has a backbone, a voice. So no, not the same. I might need therapy after reading this. You might. I don't think I have ever rolled my eyes so much before. This is a carbon copy of 50 Shades of Grey minus the BDSM. Wrong. The love interest was annoying. The alpha male masculine energy was more cringe than hot. The main character literally could not decide how she felt. They were flip-flopping the whole book and both extremely immature. I couldn't wait for this one to be over. Do not recommend. You did not have to finish it. DNF is a saying for a reason. 1 star as a book, but 5 stars for book club content. Okay, that was painful, and yeah, I will probably never do that again. Just kidding, it wasn't that bad. My thing is, anytime I like read a book and then I immediately go and read the reviews, I almost never read reviews of people outside of like what I rate the book. So like, I don't have my feelings tampered, because usually when I do that, like if I read other people's reviews that are not in alignment with mine, I usually come away feeling stupid or like that I don't have good reading taste or book taste. And let this just be a friendly, gentle reminder, not only to you, but to myself, that you are entitled to read whatever you want to. You are entitled to enjoy and like whatever it is that you want to. And yeah, if you don't take anything else away from this, take that away. And with that, I'm going to end this video. If you made it this far, leave me the crying emoji, because that is how I feel inside after reading all this slander and hate on some of my most beloved books. So if you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed and a part of this bookish community, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you are liking the content that I'm providing here on my channel, make sure to share with your friends, family, followers, so that other people are able to find me. And I will leave you with this. I hope you have a great day, week, month, of whenever you are viewing this video, and I will see you all in my next one.